are you? Who are you? Well, if you're like me, if I were sitting out there in your place, or if you're like most people, you're probably thinking, well, that's a stupid question. And again, if you're like most people, you're now probably thinking, who am I? I'm Bob Yanega. I'm Leah Krause. I'm Darnell Jackson. I'm Steve McCulley. But that's the wrong question for that answer, isn't it? That question would be, what's your name? So now maybe you're thinking, who am I? Okay, well, I'm the captain of the football team. I'm so-and-so's boyfriend. I'm a geek. I'm whatever. But again, that isn't answering the question, who are you as a person? That is what you do or what you've chosen to identify with. And that's a good start. At least you've identified with something. Hopefully it's a good thing. But it doesn't answer the question of who you are as a person. And I want to suggest that the way that we each answer that question for ourselves is important not only right now in our lives, but for our whole entire future. That question is more important than any question you can answer on a quiz or test. With my apologies to all of the teachers that are in the room here today. I want to see a show of hands. How many of you think that that question is more important than any of the test questions you'll get on an exam coming up? Okay, well that's good, but just because you agree with me, keep in mind that doesn't give you an excuse to have an epic fail on your next test, okay? But I do want to suggest that that's something that all of us wrestle with, and it's perfectly normal. You may not think about it very much in those terms, but when you're laying in bed at night, you ever think, who am I? Where do I fit in? And how we each answer that question is going to have a profound impact on our lives. Let me tell you why. What do you want to be remembered for? Dr. Peter Drucker, one of the greatest management and business gurus of all time, was asked by a teacher when he was 13 years old, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to be remembered for? And later in life, he writes that I keep asking myself that question, what do I want to be remembered for? Because it pushes me as a person, and it forces me to see the person I can become. That's what this is all about. I want to push you to see the person that you can become. I want you to picture yourself as a successful truck driver, teacher, doctor, lawyer, whatever. So, as this unique individual, are you going to be like the Hoover vacuum, sucking up things from other people and storing it all up for yourself? Or are you going to be like that popcorn maker in the movie theater, where they put those packets in of mystery goo up on top, right? But that's the raw ingredients. They put all the stuff in the top, and then what happens? It overflows, right? It all comes spilling down so that others can enjoy it. Which are you, the vacuum or the popcorn maker?